Here's the map. So the road is that way. That's not a fucking road.
Welcome back to week 6 on the road to Melbourne. So Tuesday kicked off the biggest week to date on the Melbourne prep with a 65-kilometre week banger. I started things off in the normal Norwegian fashion on my Tuesday with my first sub-threshold session of 10 by 3 minutes, going up to that 165 max heart rate, which is 90% of my maximum heart rate. Intervals wise, these were really solid, holding 452s for my reps. My max heart rate on rep 1 was 160, and by rep 10, I was hitting bang on 165, so really happy with how these were tracking. For Wednesday, it was 70 minutes in the dark, nice and easy, under 70% of my maximum heart rate, which for me is basically keep it below 135, which means very, very slow. But I am embracing this running easy on easy days. And then I had a special announcement.
All right, special entry in this week's running vlog, journey, road to Melbourne. I've signed up for a 2-week trial with a company called Rest and Rise. The guy, Alex, who has made this, is an ultra runner, was really invested in regards to making a supplement based for endurance sports. And I'm a 1% knobhead, so I was like, fucking throw me in, bro. So I've been sent this, 2 teaspoons of this with water when I wake up, 2 teaspoons of this before I go to bed, about 30 to 60 minutes. This is a sleep formula, it's supposed to help me sleep. Both packages have got creatine, magnesium, and taurine in them. So I'm interested to see how it goes. I am a notoriously shit sleeper, but I'm gonna start taking this. I've got a 2-week trial of it, and if it makes me more Norwegian, I will let you know.
All right, it's Thursday, second threshold session of the week. I've just got back from Yarra Glen. Literally just got back, drove the 2.5 hours because Livy had state cross country, had an awesome race, was happy, big smiles, did her best, super job, very happy. I dropped them all at home and then I drove straight to the treadmill for this 3x12 threshold session. Now, whether or not that's a smart idea straight out of the car, I don't know. We'll find out.
Now I'm going to be honest with you here, it wasn't a terrible idea. I wouldn't say it was ideal, but this session went better than I expected. Now I'm using the Runners Prep Super Treadmill 9000, which is such a wicked thing to run on. And for these 3x12 minute reps, it's supposed to be done at my 30-kilometer pace, which for me on a calculator ranges between 5:07 to 5:17 per kilometer pace. So I started off for my first 12-minute rep at 5:07, so right at the bottom end, which saw my maximum heart rate hit 166 by the end of rep 1, which was fine, but it was only rep 1 and right at the top of what I was aiming for. So for reps 2 and 3, I dialed the pace all the way back to 5:16 per kilometer, and I ended up sticking 166 as my maximum heart rate at the end of both of those reps. So all in all, a very successful session.
Friday morning, and I'm back in here. My month at Hot Temple expired. I'm out of the cold, but it was fun while it lasted. Now, I'm just gonna ride with all my friends and enjoy it. Let's get a team. Well, full disclosure, it's Saturday. I've got 70 minutes. It's cold and it's raining. And I wanted to run on the treadmill, but old mate in the back there, you can't actually see her, but old mate in the back there while I was getting ready made me feel so guilty that I was gonna go and run on the treadmill where it was nice and warm and out of the rain and out of the wind. It made me feel so guilty. I'm now gonna run in the rain and the wind and the cold. Viva la running!
My easy runs are now up to 70 minutes just to get a little extra time on feet and mileage into the week. The plan is going to be to bump these up to 80 minutes in a few weeks, just following the same idea, an easy way to increase time on feet and some extra miles. And then it was Sunday, and the weather was ordinary.
Sunday morning long run in the forest. And I think I've been spoiled for weather lately because, well, yesterday was shit, but some of the days have been sunny. And today is just utter misery. So it was originally going to be 25 kilometers. And when I ended up putting the course into little Garmin Hillmaker Pro, it ended up being 25.8. So we're just doing 26 today. So yeah, I'll be out here for a while. Got 2 gels, 2 soft flasks, and that'll get me through. And the newest Inside Running podcast episode. I did buy some caffeine gels, but I've decided to wait to unleash the experience of those. Alright, there was a car behind me. Got around that. He probably thought, what is this wanker doing in the middle of the bush talking to himself? It's valid. I did buy some caffeine gels, but I'm gonna wait to unleash them and check out the experience that I'm gonna have. Start taking them about 6 weeks out, I reckon, from Melbourne, and see how we go. I've heard some stories, but yeah, otherwise tuck in and spend some time in nature. Well, we've hit a bit of a snag, because here's the map. So the road is that way. That's not a fucking road. Running through someone's property, I think. This can't end badly, can it? Alright, so I'm like 8k's in and going a new way for this route. And I got to my left-hand turn. And there was a giant paddock with a fence and a gate. So I was like, So I jumped the gate, put the dog over, ran along, and ran through someone's fucking backyard, up the side of their house. I'm out on the driveway now. I'm just hoping I get out of here before the police show up for the sus wanker in a running vest running through someone's backyard. Where the fuck is Garmin taking me? Alright, well, I'm off the road again and heading in between more properties. We'll see whose house I end up in this time. We're back on what resembles a road, so these are all good things. Couple of shout outs now that I'm not lost in the wilderness. Yesterday Arvo, VIP of the program, Ben Ludbrook, ran a PB at the World Uni Games in the half marathon, 66:31. Absolute monster effort. I'll no doubt be catching up with Luddy for a long run when he's back in Australia. Might have a bit of an interview. We run the same pace on long runs, so I just slot right in there. No worries at all. And T-Dog CEO founder Andy Pryor this morning, 39 minutes, I think it was like 39:34 or something like that, in the 10K at the Lakeside 10. What a weapon, what a monster. Also has adopted the Norwegian singles approach for the last few weeks. I'm just saying. Well done, boys. $20Ks in. It's been a lovely adventure today, but I'd like to draw your attention to this thing. See this thing? I had no idea what it was. I thought it was like another clippy thing. Turns out I've got a shitty whistle. It doesn't whistle very well, but yeah, I've got a whistle. Last 30 meters and we are done. And done. Whoa. 2 hours and 54 minutes for 26Ks in the hills. Whoa. How'd I go? 6:41 average pace. That's not bad. What was my average heart rate? 148. So pretty much my third session of the week, this kind of long run, just with a varying heart rate and fairly steady pace for me. That was good. Whew. Lock that one away. Let's right into next week. See you then. Bah!